Hi, my name is Andrey Dovganyuk and I'm gonna be your instructor in this exciting course where we're gonna build your professional portfolio. The technologies we're gonna be using is React JS and Bootstrap. So, who's this course for? What you're gonna be learn during this course and what you'll need to know to feel comfortable in this course. If you learn some basics of React and want to move to advanced level, then this course is for you. If you start thinking about the job as React JS developer, then you need the professional portfolio where you can tell to HR manager or potential clients about yourself, skills, show your resume and the project you have been done and so on. So what you're gonna be learning in this project? You'll be learning how to create React components, the basic understanding how to use React hooks to manipulate the state in functional components, how to use React Router to browse between the components, how to install the packages with Node Package Manager and import those packages into the project, how to create animations in React, how to build full functional contact form with validation to receive emails from your potential clients to your email provider, and of course how to build React mobile-friendly applications. So what you need to know to enroll in this course? You need basic understanding what is variables, objects, arrays, and functions in JavaScript. Also basic knowledge of HTML and CSS. So let me show you the project itself, which we're gonna build. We're gonna start from the header component. As you see, it's contained the avatar and the main heading, front-end developer, and some technology icons. So, and the title gonna be the SVG text. I will show you how to create SVG text, and if I gonna reload, so you can see it's animated. Okay, so we're gonna animate this text as well, and of course we're gonna create the animation for these icons, and we will add the particles, and I add the icon of React, so you can add any icon you like or images in the particles. Okay, I will show you as well how to do this. So let's scroll down to the About Me component. Here you can add the information, maybe your little story about you. So, and if I hover the image, you can see here's the social media icons, and we're gonna create this pulse animation, and the function will work if you click on Facebook. You can see here's a hashtag. I add the front-end developer, and I will show you how to add the text, and I add the link to the React.js, but you will add link to your, of course, portfolio. I will show you how to do this as well. So, and of course, here's and WhatsApp. People can share on WhatsApp with your project, and Reddit, and so on. Okay. Alright, so let's scroll down to the skills, and when we scroll to certain position of the screen, you see the animation start. Okay, I add right here. Okay, so here's the percentage of, I don't know, your knowledge of each technology. I just add the random percentage. Okay, I will show you how you can build this component and add your percentage. Okay, and let's go down to resume. Here's the with two columns, education and experience. I don't know, you can add right here where you was learning. I don't know, maybe some online school, Udemy or Skillshare or wherever, you know. And here on the right side you can add the companies or maybe some projects which you work on. I don't know, add here, I don't know, some technologies or position of the job. Here you can add the year and some description. All right, let's go forward, and now let's go to the portfolio. And the portfolio, you will add your projects. Okay, I add for the projects from my YouTube channel. Okay, so, and you see here's a nice animation. We will do this with CSS where they show up to blocks, where's a demo, a link to the project, you know, like I have this portfolio like on a Heroku. Okay, and here's a link to the GitHub repository and some nice fancy title. you know, and also has the share buttons. They working too, you know, as well. Okay, so people can share your projects. Okay, yeah, and let's go down here to the services. I don't know, I just add the web development, UX design, Google AdWords, app development, social media marketing, support, and whatever. You will add your offer to the clients, or I don't know, wherever. I just add this block, and you just guys think what you can add right here. I want to give you the idea. Okay, and if I reload, you can see here's the counter. I had 4 of them. So project completed, for example, design completed, happy clients, cup of coffee drinked. Okay, I think that's cool, looks cool. And this counter, and also if we, let me show you guys. Okay, if we scroll down and get to the certain position of the screen position, you know, and they start count. Okay, all right. So, and testimonials, we will build. I will show you how to build this very nice looking good carousel. We're gonna use the package for it, library. I know, I like it. Yeah, and last on the contact form. This is most important part, I think, because people can contact with you through this form. So it's gonna be the validation on this form as well. You can see if somebody tried to send empty form, so the errors, it's blocked and errors showed up. So as soon as we fill the input, for example, the test name, you can see the error disappeared. Okay, and here's the validation, this input for especially for the email format. So he's supposed to be email format. Okay, they're supposed to add and some, I don't know, provider, any provider, that, and not less than 2 characters. Okay, because sometimes, or you maybe will have the email on, maybe on your website, some name of website, and add, and I don't know, some name, and that, and Russia we have the 2 characters after that, RU, you know, and some maybe IO, okay, TV, and so on. Okay, you got the idea, guys. So, and of course subject and description, and let me send this form. As soon as successfully sent, so here's pop up the message, so form sent successfully, and I'll contact you as soon as possible, so people gonna know, so you receive their form. Okay, and I will show you how to connect to any provider you have, most popular providers like Gmail, I don't know, Yahoo, and etc. Okay, and yeah, let's check. I just sent the form, and let me reload. Okay, you can see I receive the form we just sent. Okay, send the name, test name, the email. Okay, the subject gonna be, you will see the subject, and in the description. Okay, yeah, I think that's very cool. And of course some links, maybe you will add some links, maybe you're gonna leave, I don't know, like empty, or just add your phone address, office, whatever, you know. Yeah, and of course it's the project gonna be the mobile friendly. Let me reload and show you the mobile version. Okay, you can see, and of course the hamburger menu will work, and it's down here about me and skills, resume, and portfolio. And let's see, my offer. Yep. Carousel and the form. You can see how the background changing when on a medium size of the screen. Yeah, guys, that's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of aspects and of the React. A lot of libraries you will learn during build this portfolio. Okay, that's very good experience. And of course, on the end of the project, I will show you how to deploy it for free on Heroku. So after you finish this project, you will have the project online. Your portfolio gonna be online. All right, so let's start to build your portfolio. Let's create a new folder for our project. We're gonna name it React and Bootstrap portfolio. And I'm gonna open Visual Studio. I'm gonna open the file. Open the directory. Okay, and we got a empty project. So I'm gonna use the React boilerplate, create React app, Ctrl to open the terminal. I'm gonna type create React app and space and period dot to install inside of exactly this folder. Press enter and wait to install it. Alright, and I'm gonna delete the unnecessary files which I don't need. I'm not gonna use index CSS. I'm gonna delete the logo, and inside the public I'm gonna delete the favicon, those two images, and inside the index HTML I'm gonna remove a couple lines. I don't need the meta, this one. Here's the description. You can add description of your project. So I'm gonna name it React Bootstrap portfolio. That's it, yeah. And you can add some description. This is quite how to build the portfolio with React and Bootstrap, something like that. So we're gonna delete this line, and that's it. You can remove the comments, and actually okay, let's leave the manifest for now. So I'm gonna save and I'm gonna close it up, and I'm not gonna come back anymore, I think, to the index HTML. So in the app CSS, Ctrl A to select everything and delete everything. Just save for now, and I'm gonna rename it to the master. You can leave it app CSS. This doesn't really matter how you name it. And I'm gonna create new directory, new folder for my CSS files. For the master, I'm gonna remove the master. I'm gonna move master to the CSS folder, and right away, guys, I'm gonna use normalize CSS. Normalize CSS. Okay, and I'm gonna download. It's open the source for the normalize. Just Ctrl A to select everything and Ctrl C to copy. You already know this, hotkeys. Okay, and I'm gonna, inside the CSS folder, I'm gonna create new file. I'm gonna name it normalize that's CSS, and just Ctrl V to add right here. Okay, save and close it up. Don't need it, and don't need right now the master. Okay. Okay, and in the app JS, I'm gonna rename the extension, so GSX. So all the components are gonna use extension GSX, but for some files like I don't know, some methods, some utils, are gonna use GS. Okay, so all my components gonna have GSX extension. All right, it doesn't really, you can use GS, it's not really play something different, you know. So in here I'm gonna remove those lines, class name. Actually I can use just React fragment, the empty container, and right here gonna add some text, the portfolio project, so just see if our application work correct. Okay, I'm gonna remove the logo because we deleted. Okay, path to the logo, and I'm gonna leave the path to the CSS. So this is in the CSS folder, and I name it master, and I'm gonna copy the line again, and on the top I'm gonna add the normalize CSS. I have spelling right. Normalize CSS. Yeah, what the normalize CSS do, if you don't know, guys, you can check their page. So it's actually make browser render all elements more consistently and in line with modern standard. It precisely targets only the styles that need normalizing. Okay. All right, so yeah, it's really helpful. Okay, and now I think everything good. So here, yeah, we're gonna remove the index CSS because we delete the file, and that's it, I think. So let's start the application, and I'm gonna type npm start. Okay, working good. And now, guys, I'm gonna split on the two windows, the terminal, and on the right window I'm gonna install the dependencies, what we need. Just type npm install. First of all, let's install React router DOM. We're not gonna use a lot of React router. Yeah, we're gonna use the ones to route to the main component. All right, from the app GSX. Okay, from this component, we're gonna create new component in the components folder, and we're gonna name it main. So in the main component, we're gonna add all our components as like as header, like about me section, like portfolio section, and etc. Okay, so we're gonna install React router DOM. And we need the framer motion, and I'm gonna explain you during this video what is this. This is for the animation. Okay, and of course we're gonna install the React particles JS, a very nice tool. So yeah, for now, for this video, we're gonna install only these dependencies. So hit enter and process starting. And while it's installing, so let's create inside the source folder another folder. We're gonna name it components as usual. So we're gonna keep all our components inside of this folder, and I'm gonna create inside the components another folder. Gonna name it header. And inside the header, I'm gonna create new file. I'm gonna name it index.gsx because it's gonna be the component. I'm gonna use the snippet rfc, hit tab, and I'm gonna rename it to the main. And let's remove this heading, and I'm gonna paste right here in a main component, and I'm gonna paste inside of the React fragment. Let's create actually inside of the components, yeah guys, it's main gonna be not in the header folder but inside of the components. Okay, yeah, and in the header let's create another file. I'm gonna name it index.jsx, and let's create another file which gonna be the header .css. We're gonna keep all our styles inside of this file. Okay, and we have some error in here. I don't know what's wrong, what's happened. Let me check if we installed. So it's not install anything. Okay, let's try again, guys. Sometimes happen, I don't know why. Let's one by one. Let's first install the npm I, short for install the React router DOM. Let's see if we're gonna install one by one. Maybe if when we install many packages in one time, maybe that's cause the issue. We'll see. And I'm gonna add my image, my picture, inside of the header component, header folder. Let me open and come inside the components, header, and I'm gonna just grab my picture. I'm gonna use for avatar this one. You will use your, of course. I'm gonna just add to the project, and I'm still installing, so let's wait. So this is a issue again. That's a good practice, guys. So let's, sometimes happen. I want to show you why that's happened. I don't really understand now. But you know what we can do? Existing files and try again. Right, npm existing files. Do we have React router? No, we don't. Sometimes, you know what help? Let's just remove the node modules folder. Okay, we don't have the package lock.json. That's why, I think. So let's remove node modules for now, and we're gonna reinstall with npm install. Okay, we're gonna reinstall the node modules folder, because I don't see the package log.json, and this, I think, caused the problem. Okay, continue. Yeah, it's not enough space. Okay, delete permanently. Okay, so we remove the node modules. So I'm gonna open the terminal again, and I'm gonna reinstall npm I, hit enter, and that's supposed to show up the package log.json, Alright, now we have the package log.json. So now supposed to install our packages without any issues. So let me clear the console. Okay, and let's repeat the process. npm I React router DOM and framer motion and React particles JS. I hope I spell it right, and hit enter. And framer motion, guys, let's open and in a browser, React, no, it's a framer motion. This tool help to create the animations in React. You can check their documentation, guys. That's really powerful tool, guys. And many things, many features you can do. Okay, play around, check the documentation how to use. Okay, but we're not gonna use a lot, I think. We'll see. But in the header we're gonna use for the icons, and yeah, for the icons we're gonna use in the header the motion. We're gonna use the component motion.div, this guy. Okay, and let's see. So okay, no issues. Let's check the package JSON, and we have particles, React router DOM, and framer motion. Okay, so now let me close the unnecessary files. So we're gonna leave this one. We're gonna leave the main and app. Yes. So first of all, let's import the React router, because we wanna route from the app component. This component we wanna route to the main. This one. Okay, why from the app? Because in the index.js we have our app added to the main. Okay, to the main render, to index.js. We can rename it. No, it's not a component. I'm not gonna rename to JS6. So I'm gonna import right here. So the path gonna be import inside the curly brackets browser router, and I'm gonna import as a router. So this is popular name of the component. So usually everybody use instead of browser router, use name it as router. Okay, so and we're gonna do the same. So and it's gonna be the from React router DOM, of course. And right here, after the React strict mode, I'm gonna wrap our app with the router. So that's gonna help us route in our application. Okay, just save, and that's it for the index. And now we need to import another component from the React router DOM in the curly brackets. That's named route, and it's gonna be the from, of course, React router DOM. And right here, let's bring these components route, and the path going to be it's gonna be the / because / mean that's in our case we right now develop in the local host. This is gonna be the / the path to the this address. Okay, but when we're gonna deploy, when we're gonna do production, here's gonna be the domain name, and / gonna play the role to route to the just your domain name. Okay, main address. Okay, so let me close this guy, and let's continue. And the component going to be the main. We're gonna just import right now. So let's import the main. Also import, and I'm gonna name it main. You can give any name you like, you know that's really matter. The path and from, and it's dot period / and this inside of our components folder. And as we use inside of the components folder index, we don't need specify like that index .gsx, because Webpack already know. So index, this is the main file which gonna play when the path go to the components. Okay, if we rename to some name, yeah, we need to specify the name after the /. Okay, all right, I hope you got it. All right, so now I think we're set, and let's save and let's start our server. Now I'm gonna clear the console, npm start, and we're supposed to see in the main component this title. Okay, and we don't see. Okay, let's see why we don't see, because I have the spelling issue. Component, I forget N. Yep, sometime happen. So now we see, as we expected, the title heading from the main component, from this guy. All right, so we're all set. We're gonna start develop our header. All right, so first of all, let's create the component that's gonna be functional. I'm gonna use the snippet. It's RAF CE. Press tab, and gonna rename the header, and I'm gonna create the class name header for our component, and inside I'm gonna add the image, and the source going to be, and let's import the file right here. So I'm gonna be import, I'm gonna name it me. Okay, from or actually let's do author, more professional. Okay, and the path going to be the me.png. I hope that's the right path. Let's check. Author, and alt, we can add the name, our name, Andrey Dovganyuk. Let's save, and now let's import the header to our main component right here. Import header from periods / and folder name. Of course, we don't need to specify after the folder name any name, because we have index, you remember. Okay, and right here let's just add for now the components header / and greater than sign. Okay, save, and let me remove this heading. I'm gonna save, and let's go to the header, and let me add the heading right here. Let's save, and let's see, and we have issue module not found, can't resolve me.png as can find the path to the image. So we need to add period / because we have in the same folder in the header. Okay, that's supposed to work. Let's see, and we can see the picture and the heading. So now let's style, and we're gonna open the header.css, and first let's style the image. So that's inside of the class header. So I specify the class name and the image, and the width I wanna add like 10 rem. We're gonna use the rem, guys, not pixels, because Bootstrap use the rem, and rem more effective because it's not depends on the pixels, you know. You can read about the difference pixels and rams. Okay, I'm not gonna spend the time to explain you this, guys, because it's basic stuff. And let's add the border radius. I want to use the 50%. Okay, and let's see. Of course, it's not working because we need to bring the path to our header.css inside of the header component. So I'm gonna bring it right here on the top of it. So import and the period / and header.css. So now CSS is supposed to work in our project. Okay. And now let's style the header container itself, the main one. So on the top of the header image, so they're gonna be the header, and I'm gonna use the display grid, and then I'm gonna move everything to the center and justify content center. And I'm gonna align items vertically to the center, and the width gonna be the 100 viewport width, and the height gonna be 100 viewport height. Let's add the background. Okay, let's save, and now it's on the center, and we're gonna adjust. Of course, here's gonna be our animated heading. Okay, I will show you how we will create the SVG. That's gonna be SVG, and we're gonna animate this SVG. I'm gonna add front-end developer, or you can add full stack developer, or whatever title you want, you can add. So now let's continue, and let me add the background. But before we're gonna add any colors, let me create the variables for our colors. And the first one gonna be the it's gonna be the dark purple. Now it's gonna be the hexadecimal, so 20 and 2330. And right away, let's add the light purple. And that's gonna be the 7B and 8.4 and AA. And now we can use this variable as we like. So that's gonna be the background for our header. Background, spell right, and we're gonna use the var, which means we're gonna use the variable dark purple. And actually we're gonna use the linear gradient, so I'm gonna cut this guy for now, and we're gonna use the linear gradient. Then we're gonna rotate to the 180 degree. And first I'm gonna add the color the dark purple, and after comma another which gonna be the light purple. Okay, so light purple. Yeah, it's supposed to work. Let's check our background, and we have the issue. Syntax error. That's light purple. No error. Why it's argue? I don't know. Let's reload again. And our background doesn't work. I don't understand why. Let's save it again. Let's reload. And let me see, guys, what the issue. First of all, I have to spell the misspelling. Purple, and right here, my gosh, purple sometimes happen, guys. You already know. So purple, yes. So let's save, let's see now it's working. Okay, so let's check, let's inspect our component. So you can see we have the grid right here, so we need to move to the center and move to the bottom the image, and same thing, but not same thing, but we need to move our heading to the top right here. Okay, and center it also. So let's do that. That's where come the CSS and display flex. We're gonna use display flex right here, or actually we don't need don't need to use the display flex. We're just gonna use the justify why we don't need to use the display flex here, because we display it right here in the parent component. Okay, our image is inside, so the display grid is already implement to our image. So okay, so right here justify self, and I want to add to the center, and align self. Gonna use the flex end, because I want to move to the end, and I hope this gonna implement with. I hope this gonna work. So yeah, let's see guys. And this not work. Oh, it's work. Okay, that's working. Okay, we moved right here. And now let's do same thing with the title. And okay, and let's name the class temporary main title. And let's go right here to the CSS, and let's add the main title, and align self, same thing. Flex, let's use start. We'll see guys, we'll see. And width, let's add just for now. Okay, let's use flex start, and that's because I need to save and reload. And here's our title, but of course we're gonna change some style when we're gonna put the SVG. And now is the time to add the SVG, and I'm gonna show you how to create the any text SVG or any SVG, but in this tutorial we're gonna create only text SVG. So to do that, we're gonna use the figma.com. You need to create the account if you don't have any account. Okay, so as you see, I already created, and let me show you how to create from the scratch, so you can create any text you like. So we have the empty project, and we need let's change the background. First of all, let's add black so we can see the white text, and let's create the text. Let's type the text. Gonna type the front end developer, and I'm gonna use the 72. I need Control A, and I'm gonna use the 72, and I'm gonna use the font. Let me see. You can use any font you like. Poly, Poppins. Yes, let's use the Poppins, and yeah. So and let me add to the center right here, and I'm gonna use the stroke. So right click and outline stroke, and I'm gonna use the white color, and let's remove the fill. So now we have the text with the stroke. Okay, and just let's export. Right click, copy paste, copy as SVG. So we copy it. Let's go to our project. So, and in the public, let me create a new folder, and I'm gonna name it SVG. Not a camel case, that's alright. Yeah, camel case SVG, and let me create a new file. So here's gonna be the main title and the extension SVG. Okay, and just Ctrl V to paste right here our text SVG, and let's remove the width and height. Ctrl S to save. Now we can close. So the path to our main title SVG right here. And now before we're gonna import, guys, let's create in the header folder a new file. I'm gonna name main title .gs. Now we're gonna use the extension gs because it's not a component, it's gonna be just text. Okay, and let's create the functional component with snippet rfc and main title, and let's import first import right away the use effect. If you don't know what is use effect, it's really bad. I'm joking. Use effect and the functional components and React hooks, where we use the not the class component but functional, and when we use React hooks, use effects play the role like in a class component did mount. First of all, let's give to our div id. It's gonna be the main title. I wanna name it like so, and right here we're gonna use effect, and inside I'm gonna use the callback function without arguments. And now is the time to use vivos or vivos. Okay, let me show the library. That's for the animation any SVGs. Okay, oh, it's not this guy. No. Vivos GS, yes, SVG animation. That's really cool tool, guys. You can check it out. You can play with the SVGs, check the documentation, read about it. But what we're gonna use for now, and Vivos install, play with an SVG. Okay, right here. Now we need to drop our SVG file. So let me open my project folder right here, and in a public, and right here the SVG. I just gonna drop it right here, and barely you can see the animation. Okay, let me update again, and you can see it's drawing. Okay, you can add the loop if you want, but I don't want to add dark mode. Okay, now you can see. That's it. That's really easy. Instead of we're gonna do by hands in CSS, use the animations. It's really powerful and really convenient. So here you can use the loop. But I don't like this way. I'm just gonna turn off and just simply download. And I'm gonna add in my project right away, desktop, in a public, in an SVG. I'm gonna add animated. And let's go back to our code editor, and right here, before we import, let's install the Vivos with npm. So npm install Vivos. Simply as that. Okay, let's close it up, and now let's check if we install, if no issues. So Vivos, we have Vivos, and right here let's import with the capital Vivos, and from Vivos. For those who don't know, guys, where we import from all our packages, let's go from the node modules. If we go right here and let's see the Vivos, we need to find the folder where the name start with V, I just want to show you guys, so and you will know where we grab them from. And views right here. Okay, we just installed the views. It's come from here. Okay, and let me fold it. And now inside of the use effect, I'm gonna create the constructor new views. Inside, I'm gonna add the ID name. That's main title. So main title and comma, and in the curly brackets, it's gonna be the object. I wanna put the duration. I wanna use the 200. You can play with the duration, with the speed, and file we're gonna get from our public and SVG. And let me rename, not with the capital, but with just small name SVG. And right here, SVG, and main title, and animated SVG. Let's see, animated. So that's supposed to work. And don't forget to add the comma and the brackets right here. So we want to run only once when the page reload, only once. Okay, that's why we add the brackets. And let's go to the header, and let's bring right here our animated text. So that's gonna be the main title from same folder right here. And I'm just gonna add, instead of this heading, the component main title, and gonna save. And let's see, let's reload, and we see nothing. Okay, why is that? Let's figure out why we can't see. Okay, that's a different name. Okay, let me rename, give the normal name like this. Okay, now let's reload, and we can see. Let's reload again, and here's our animated SVG text. Okay, so let's style. Oops. Oh my god, I exported with the loop. Oh my god, man. That's not a really big issue, because we can export it again, and in the desktop, and right here, and the main title, instead of this one, it's ask already exists, do you want to replace it? Of course I am. And now let's reload. It's supposed to be without loop. Yes. Okay, only once. When the page is reload, I won't show the animation. All right, so let's style. Let's give the, actually we're gonna use the main title ID, and we're gonna use instead of the class name. Okay, let's save, and we have, now we need to add some adjustment, and let's bring it down. Okay, instead of flex start, I want to add flex end. Let's see, maybe it's too much. It's okay. Now let's do flex start, but we're gonna give the padding. Let's give the padding I want to add the 2 rams. Let me save and reload. Yes, and let's make it a little bit bigger. And I want to add width. Let's add the 4375 because I already tested 75 RAM. And I think that's it for our animated text. Yes, I like it. What do you think, guys? Okay, so now let's add what we're gonna add first, particles or the our icons. Let's add icons. Particles we're gonna add on the end of our video. Okay, and let me close that up. I don't need Figma anymore, and I'm gonna close the main title and header. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna close this and this guy. So, and before we start, guys, I have the folder with all icons. That's all SVG. I will provide you for this video. You can download it in this tutorial. And yeah, let's add the folder inside of our header component, header folder right here. Just grab add. That's it. And we have right here. And let's import the framer motion. So import it's gonna be the inner curly brackets, the motion component. We're gonna use the motion from framer motion. And you can check, of course, guys, and just type the framer motion and you can check the Git repository. Here you can read about, see the examples. We're gonna use this motion.div, and I'm gonna build a little bit differently. Okay, and yeah, let's do that. I will show you. Let's create right here after the main title the div with the class. I'm gonna name it icons wrapper. And right here, and I'm gonna add another div. I'm just gonna add the div, and I'm gonna add the icons. Each icon gonna have the class item and item 1, for example, and item. Okay, and let me copy paste 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, I guess 8. 1 and 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and let me remove this guy. And now let's style, and let's go to the header CSS. Let me add some comment right here. So I'm gonna know here's icons. First, let's style the icons wrapper. I'm gonna use display flex and justify content center and align self flex start because I want to move to the top, and I'm gonna add the padding. Padding gonna be the 0.7 RAM, and overflow. I'm gonna use the hidden. And now let's add each icon. We're gonna use the background for our divs. So item 1 and background, the URL gonna be the icons because we have in a folder, And let's start from the HTML5. Where's our HTML5? This guy. Okay, and I'm gonna use no repeat. Let's save. Let's see. So error can't resolve icons. Let's head there. Let's see why icons supposed to work. Why not? And I don't see. Okay, let's redo. Let's use guys framer motion. Let's add the motion.div. We use this component. Okay, and let's add some extensions. Let's leave the class name on the top. And first gonna be the variant. We're gonna use the container. We're all gonna build right here the object with the value. So just for now, let's add container and initial. I wanna use hidden, and for the animate, I'm gonna use the visible. And now let's create our container right here. That's gonna be the object. So const container, and inside I wanna use the hidden. Gonna be the opacity. I wanna use 1 and scale to 0. Okay, and second I wanna add the visible, and opacity I'm gonna add 1, scale I'm gonna add 1, transition I want to add delay children 0.3 0.3, and stagger children, stagger children gonna be 0.2. And let's save. Yeah, we're done with the container. And next we want to add the item. It's for our items, so it's gonna be the variable. I'm gonna name it item, and the hidden I'm gonna add the on y I'm gonna use 20, and opacity 0, and let's add visible. Visible I'm gonna add the y gonna be the 0, and opacity gonna be the 1, and that's it. So container, we already add the container. Now let's add the item right here. So I'm gonna use use the press alt and just select all the divs to add the motion.div. And right here I'm gonna use the style component, and I'm gonna use the display flags right here. So now let's see, guys, what we got. Oh my god. Okay, let's see, and we got some mess. And we can see the icon. Let's style the item. So item gonna be the width. I wanna add 40. Let's do pixels for now. We will redo to the rams just for now. Height gonna be the 40 as well, pixels, and margin. Let's add 0.7 rem. Let's see now, and we can see our first logo, first icon. Let's see. Okay, let's add the rest of our icons. I'm gonna copy this one and gonna add 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's gonna be the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we got the 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one more, number 8. I'm gonna change the path. So after HTML, I want to add, just rename, Ctrl A to select everything, Ctrl C to copy the path, and gonna add right here. Then I want to add the JavaScript icon, and after CSS right here. But I don't like the animation, so something wrong. Okay, let me see, because one of them goes from the bottom. And let me go back right here. And I forget to add the variant, the item. Okay, don't forget to add the rule. I want to animate my logos, my icons. Okay, let me select each div, and I'm gonna add variants, and I wanna add item. Okay, now it's supposed to animate as I expect. You can see why we have double logo. I don't know, some box, something. Okay, all right, so and that's how I want to my animation work. I like it. So, and the last, let's add the particles. I want to fly around the React because I am a React expert. I'm joking, I'm not expert, but I know something about React, just a little bit. Okay, and I want to add the logo fly around, and for that we're gonna use the React particles. So we installed React particles right here. If you never use the React particles, you can check. Let me show React particles JS, and it's not this guy. And you can go to the demo page. Here you can see how install, and a little bit example how to use it, and etc. You can check, you can dive deep in the documentation, but I will show you guys how we're gonna use in our project. So let's go back right here, and let me, after a framer motion, I'm gonna import from the node modules the component in the curly brackets, actually not in the curly, just particles. Yes, is a component. It's from React particles JS right here, and I will add right here on the top. And but we need to wrap everything. Okay, I'm gonna wrap in a React fragment, and Let me cut the closing tag, so right here, and let's add an braces inside the braces. Let me cut, add right here, and right here I'm gonna add the particles component. Okay, and now we're gonna add some parameters. First one gonna be the let's add the style. I want to add the position, and position are gonna be the absolute, and of course it's need to add one more curly brackets. That's how the style work. And after the style, so let's add the params, and inside the params we're gonna add the particles. You can see the suggestions, and inside the particles I want to add the shape, and the shape gonna be the type image, and the path to the image going to be the src, and in the quotes it's gonna be the, let's grab this guy. Gonna copy the name of the svg and just paste right here. Let me see what we got. Let's reload again, and we have issues, syntax error 60, line 63. Okay, it's extra braces, and let's reload again, and we can see the particles. Okay, now we're gonna style. We can't see our icon, but it's there. Okay, so let's go on the top again, and after the shape I want to add the number, and number gonna be the value. It's gonna be the 5, and density I want to add the enable true, and value area that's gonna be the 800. Then I want to add the opacity gonna be the value 0.2, and polygon I'm gonna add the polygon, hope spelling right, and NB sides I'm gonna add the 15, and we're almost done, guys. And I wanna add the size and value 30, and the last line linked, and enable gonna be the false. Oops, false. And that's it. Supposed to work. Let's see. All right, header, the enable is not defined. Let's see the line 55. Okay, what's wrong? And I don't see the particles. You can see the image, I guess. So the shape and the particles, shape, and the type images supposed to be, let's see now, how supposed to work. No, don't want to work. Let's see. And the issue, guys, you know why we can see our logo flying around, because, guys, we need to add this SVG to the public, because I can't find the path, you know. It's supposed to be in a public. So I'm just gonna copy this SVG and I'm gonna paste right here in the public, and now it's supposed to work. Let's see. Let's reload, and there you go. So our icon flying around, you know, because it's look for the path in the public, because usually all the images, SVGs, logos supposed to be right here in the public. In some cases, like we add icons to the header, we add right here, but we can also add here too, but I like to keep them right here, So, and let's see again. Yep, and we're done with the header. Yep, everything worked as we expect. Maybe we will animate the avatar, we'll see, but for now I like this way. And actually you see it's fly on the top. I want to give the avatar the z index. Where's our image? Let's add the z index. For now let's add 1. And let me see if it's not on the top of the avatar, the icons, I mean. Yep, you should see it's behind. Okay, that's what I want to. Okay, guys, so we're done for this video. We finished the header, and now what we're gonna do, we need to add to the GitHub. Okay, let's open our GitHub account. If you don't have one, I highly recommend you, as you want to be the developer, you're supposed to have the account of GitHub to show your work to your potential boss or people who want to hire. Here you're gonna keep all your projects. Okay, now we need to create new repository, and right here we're gonna specify the name. Let's name it React Bootstrap portfolio. I'm gonna name it 2.0 because I have already one React Bootstrap portfolio. You can check on Udemy also. And yeah, I'm gonna name it 2.0 because it's a version 2. It's a kind of different design and different everything. And you can specify this description, and doesn't really need to, but I'm gonna add the React and Bootstrap project for Udemy. You can add public or private, and I'm gonna use the private for now. And let's create a repository. And we create it. So what we need to do before we're gonna push to the GitHub our project, first we need to add everything, commit everything. If you like to create the branch, we already have, I think, the branch. Let me see. No, we have master. We're gonna create the branch just in a minute. We're gonna create the header branch. Then we're gonna add the repository to our project, and we're gonna push to GitHub. Let's do that. So Control tilde to open. Let me actually stop the project, and I'm gonna clear the console. If we're gonna use the Git status. If you never use the Git, believe me, you will know how to use Git and GitHub after this course. Okay, and let's see the status. In the status, we can see all our changes. So you remember we npm install the node modules that install for us the package lock.json, because we don't have one. And so here's our changes. All right, and the main thing you need to know, guys, in .git ignore, here's all the folders which we don't want to add to Git and don't want to push to our GitHub repository, because in our GitHub repository we don't need the node modules, you know. And if we're gonna add the node modules to the Git, it's gonna take a like huge amount of the time to wait and the space, you know, your memory. So we don't need it, because when you push to GitHub, it's automatically delete the node modules, so we don't really need them. And here you can add any files which you want to ignore, which you don't want to add to Git. Okay, and let me clear, and let's do first command. We're gonna do git add space period and hit enter. It's gonna add everything. And the next one, we're gonna git and commit and dash m, which means message, and quotes. And let's do first init, or we can add the header component completed, like so. Hit enter, and let me clear and show you what means the commit. If we type the command git log, hit enter, and you can see our commit. We always can come back to this commit. Okay, if we're to do that, we just need to grab this number of commit. Usually it's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first digits and characters. That's enough to go to your commit, you know, and that's good for tracking, you know. Okay, so we commit everything and clear. And now what we need to do, let's go back to the GitHub, and now let's grab this command line. So here's the path to our repository, you see. So now we need to add to our project, and we just simply just paste and hit enter, and there you go. And the last step, we're gonna git push origin. And oh guys, yeah, I forget, let's create the branch. And create the branch, we're gonna create the header branch. And create the branch, you just type git check out dash b, which means branch, new branch, and the name gonna be the header. And you can see we switch to the header branch. And of course, let me see if we need to add and commit. Nothing to commit, working tree. Okay, we don't need to do any add and commit. We just simply type git push dash u origin. That's mean what branch you want to push. I like to push the header branch. Okay, and just simply hit enter, and now it's pushing to our GitHub. Okay, done. Let's see. Let's reload the page, and there we go. Here's our project. Okay, so now it's on a GitHub. Here's our branch, and we have only one branch, and with all our files, all our changes. Okay, that's it for this tutorial, guys. I hope you like it. So let's move to the next.